So now we got this problem. Let's take a second to read it. In the United States, we measure temperature in both degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius, which are related by the formula C equals 5/9 times F minus 32. That's true. That's the real formula. What are the Fahrenheit temperatures corresponding to Celsius temperatures of 0 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees, and 30 degrees Celsius? So let's start with 30, actually. So let's do this. We want to know what is the Fahrenheit temperature when it's 30 degrees Celsius. And they give us that equation there. So we can plug in 30 for C. Do 30 equals 5/9 times F minus 32. And then we can solve for C. Or we can solve for F now. So let's see. How are we going to solve for F? Well, let's just do like we did before. Let's multiply both sides by 9. Except for let's even do more. Let's just cancel out this entire fraction in one go by multiplying both sides by 9/5. See how when we do that, the 9's cancel and the 5's cancel? So all we're left with over here is F minus 32. And then on this side, when we multiply by 9/5, remember when you multiply by something like this, don't do 9 times 3 first. You gotta look at what you can cancel first. You got the 30 divided by the 5. So we're gonna cancel that out and just make that a 6. And see, now it's just 9 times 6. It's just 54 equals F minus 32. And so then add 32 to both sides and you get 86. And so there we go. When it's 30 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius, that's 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And so we could do that for every temperature. Let's try to get maybe a quicker way to do it. And let's do that by, instead of plugging in a value for C, let's just solve for C on its own. Like right now, really, our equation is better to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius because we can plug in the Fahrenheit and just get the Celsius. Let's have it go the other way, where we can plug in the Celsius and just get the Fahrenheit. But we're going to do the exact same steps we did up here. We're going to multiply by 9/5. So we're going to have 9/5 C equals F minus 32. And then we're going to add 32. So 9/5 C plus 32 equals the Fahrenheit. And so this will be an easier equation to do all these things, because now we just want to plug in 0, 10, and 20. Well, just using this equation, we can really do that in our head, because we plug in 0. 9/5 times 0 is still 0, so it's just 32. We plug in 10, and remember you got to cancel. So if we plug in 9/5 times 10, the 5 cancels, just leaves the 2. So it's 9 times 2, so it's 18. 18 plus 32 is 40 degrees. And then 20 degrees, you plug it in. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 plus 32 is 68. Is that right? That seems suspicious, doesn't it? Let's plug it in for the 10 again. When we plug in 10, when we plug in 10, we did it wrong. Trying to do too much in our head, because what happens when you plug in 10? 9/5 times 10 plus 32. This cancels, so we did all that right. And we got to 18 plus 32, and we said that was 40. But no, that's 50. And that's better. And what was this answer? 86? So notice how that made life easier. That instead of plugging in the number first and then solving for what we wanted to solve for, we could solve for what we wanted to solve for first and then plug in all our numbers. And that just kind of made it quicker.